Well, unfortunately, Madam President, the events of the last few months have not exactly indicated that productive, practical cooperation is what our Democratic colleagues have in mind. To the contrary, the nation has watched the Democratic Party has engaged in a collective headlong sprint toward the left, as far to the left as possible, as fast as possible. They proposed a massive rewriting of the rules of American politics. They proposed scrapping Medicare, slapping its name on a brand new one-size-fits-all government insurance plan, and then making American families' existing private insurance policies illegal. And of course, they proposed what the Senate will be voting on later this week, the famous Green New Deal. My colleagues and I will have plenty more to say on this subject in the coming days. So today, I just want to say that I could not be more glad that the American people will have the opportunity to learn precisely where each one of their senators stand on this radical, top-down, socialist makeover of the entire U.S. economy. Middle-class families will get to see if their senators have been wooed by the disjointed contents of leftish daydreams. Hardworking Americans in Kentucky and around the country employed in the energy and manufacturing industries will get to see if their senators support eliminating all fossil fuels and suffocating their livelihoods. Homeowners who take pride in their hard-earned investment will get to see if their senators are in favor of forcible DC remodeling of every building in America. Working-class Americans who are benefiting from our growing economy and historic job market will learn if their senators support turning away from free enterprise and implementing a new government-driven employment system. Families who have to budget for household expenses will see which senators vote to increase their electricity bills by what one analysis pegs as, listen to this, $300 a month. And of course, every American taxpayer will get to learn if their senators support saddling our nation with the astronomical cost of this socialist fantasy, tens and tens of trillions of dollars, a tax burden that would be certain to hurt not just wealthy Americans, but the middle class as well. On all of these questions, on this whole Democratic effort to rebrand all the failed ideas of the 20th century socialism with a little green paint, every member of this body will have the opportunity to cast a clear vote this very week. American people, Madam President, deserve to know which senators can reject this crippling proposal right away, and which senators find themselves unable to do that. And that's exactly what they'll learn later this week. But first, later today, the Senate will vote to advance the nomination of yet another of President Trump's qualified choices for the federal bench. Richard Beatty of Arizona has been tapped to serve on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. She brings with her well-rounded experience as a legal professional. She's a two-time graduate of Arizona State University and has served with distinction at the Department of Justice, the Office of the U.S. Attorney for the District of Arizona, as a special counsel in private practice, and most recently as a magistrate judge. Our colleagues on the Judiciary Committee saw fit to forward Ms. Bade's nomination with bipartisan support, and I hope all senators will join me in voting to advance it later today.